Good morning, friends. Today we shall know regarding snapshot prediction means the prediction which can be done without having many details. That means simply by seeing a planet and its strength we can predict. That means take for example, some people are taking the ascendant, and from that house where that which house, third house, fourth house, or ninth house, 10th house, simply they calculating, and they are calculating the nakshatras, and also they calculating the association of planets, and that involves many things. But simply by the snapshot prediction means simply by seeing the status of a planet, one can say about a particular field. Take for example, firstly, I'll take from the moon. Let me see where that moon is powerful. As you know, the moon is his own sign, Cancer, and is another important exalted sign is Aries. Yes, Aries after that. Yes, what Rishabh, where we call second house. I mean to say, Rishabh is considered as a auspicious for him. If the moon is placed in the Cancer or in the Rishabh sign, so both of them is considered as the very good. The person who is having a what we call moon in the Cancer or moon in the we call Rishabh sign, it is ultimate, means to say that person's mind will be very calm enough, and he will be controlled mind. So and same way again that planet will be become strong. So here take for example moon having the friends of, that is a sun, and also Jupiter is not a friend, sun, and even Venus, and Jupiter also. Why? Because they are the sattvic planets. So if it is associated with any sattvic planet means, then also it is considered as a good. So next let me see now the sun. Where exactly sun is placed? For sun particularly, sun is very good in Leo because it is his own sign, and if he is placed in the Aries means that is his exalted sign, where these two are very good for the sun. And if the sun is placed in the Libra means it is the most debilitated sign for him. So that is the another thing that we can say. By this we can say sun is a representative of the soul. So soul is a very, how strong his soul will be, how passionate he is. By seeing the sun we can predict that is whether is a passionate or is not. So if the sun is placed along with the like, Mars, Jupiter, moon, means it is very good, and we can say that he is very fortunate in the like, his soul is always having a good impact over the others. Where other important thing is he should not be associated with his enemy planet, that is Saturn. He should not get the influence of, that means to say aspect of Rahu. Sorry, Rahu. Yes, of course, Rahu is the enemy of the sun, and even the Saturn is also enemy of the sun. Even that Ketu, Rahu are the enemies. Even Venus also considered as a enemy for the sun. So if he is out of the influence of these planets, means the sun is considered as the good. And by the sun we can predict that he is father, and also his work, and also his ability to express his ego. So all these things we can see from the sun. So next important planet, Jupiter. You see, Jupiter is a very important planet in the astrology. So once you understand that Jupiter is good, where exactly Jupiter is good, I'll tell you. Jupiter running the two signs. One is Sagittarius, another is Pisces. So Jupiter is placed either in Sagittarius or in Pisces. Both of them considered as a good, and his exalted sign is Cancer, where he is seated in the Cancer, means that is also very good. He is associated or sitting with any friendly planet to him, then also it is very good. Who are the friends for him? Sun is a friend, Mars is a friend, and even Sattvic planet, that is Mercury and Jupiter, Mercury and Venus also considered as a good, even though that Mercury and Venus, both of them not having a good relationship with Jupiter, it is considered as a good. Why? Because both of them are Sattvic planets. Even Jupiter is the most Sattvic planet. The Venus and that Mercury also becomes a Sattvic planets. So if by seeing the Jupiter placement, one can say how wealthy he is, how strong he is in his uh, economic, means how strong he is in his money wise. If he is having a strong Jupiter, so certainly he will become rich in the life, and also is having much knowledge, and is broad minded, and is attracting the wealth and attracting the good people. Also he will having the good status in the society. So all those things we can come across through the placement of Jupiter. So that is what Jupiter. And one more thing I have to tell, Jupiter is debilitated in the Capricorn sign. So the person, simply people thinks that if the Jupiter is debilitated in the Capricorn, means whether he will become a poor. So there is an exception for that. If once that planet is sitting in the debilitated sign, means the lord of that sign is placed in a very good place, or in Kendra or Trikona, means that debilitation will get cancelled. So that is what the thing you have to understand. These are the advanced astrological factors or principles you have to keep in your mind. So next, Saturn. You see, Saturn, what is the Saturn? Saturn is the work. Saturn is the job. Particularly Saturn denotes the job. So if where exactly the Saturn is placed, we can say that Saturn is giving a good job or not. Means to say, he is satisfied in job, or is struggling in job, or is very happy with the job, or is very disappointed with the job, and all those things we can come to know by the strength of the Saturn. See, Saturn, where that Saturn is placed, Saturn is placed in, that is Libra is exalted sign for the Saturn, and his own signs are Aquarius and Capricorn. So both in three places Saturn is considered as a very good. So if the Saturn is placed in the Aries, means that is a debilitated sign. I already told you, if one planet is debilitated, means that Rashi Lord should be placed in a any Kendra or Trikona, means then that dosha or that adversity gets cancelled. So next, if the certainly just simply seeing the house and lordship and where he is sitting and who is explained, so that they are all very complex process which are there in the astrology. I am telling you this simply the snapshot prediction means by just seeing the placement of the Saturn, one can say whether he is having a happy work experience or a job or all those things. So, if the person having a what do you call Saturn in a Libra or Aquarius or in a Capricorn, means certainly that person will be hardworking. Even other people also hardworking, but if the Saturn is placed in those signs, means it is rewarding. So means if that person is working there, and that person is not appreciated, not even though he is doing hard work, the results are not come to notice if the Saturn is not well placed. If the Saturn is well placed, the work ethics, the colleagues or somebody else, so that means they will appreciate it and the work of them will be recognized and they are given a what do you call special awards and recognition that they are going to give. So next, let us know regarding other planet called Mars. What is the Mars? See, the Mars is our courage, Mars is our aggression, Mars is our energy. So if the Mars is placed well placed, so well placed nothing but Mars. They are the two Mars on the two signs. That is, one is Scorpio and other is Aries. So if the Mars is placed in either Aries or in Scorpio, we consider as a good. If it is placed in the Capricorn sign, means that is exalted sign for the Capricorn. Sorry, as exalted sign for the Mars. So in these three signs, Mars extremely does well, and we have to consider whether he is sitting with the friendly planets or not. If he is sitting in the friendly planets, who are the friendly planets for him means that is Venus, Rahu, and even Mercury are all considered as the friendly planets for him. Jupiter is equal. That means to say he is not a enemy or not a what you call friend also. That means equal. And Sun is considered as the enemy for him. The Saturn should not be placed in the sign along with Sun. So these kind of things can be seen. And that means to say what I am telling you is Mars. I think yes, Saturn and Sun I already told you. Next, we shall know regarding Venus. So Venus, where exactly? That Venus is our luxury or our interest to in nature or happy family life and luxurious life, and also the what skills one is having. If Venus is well placed in the natal chart, certainly that person is blessed with a good family and a good beauty consciousness, and whatever the appealing to him means to say he found the life is so beautiful. So such where exactly Venus is very good. You see Venus having owning two signs, one is Libra and another is Rishabh, I think. Yes, both of them are very good for him. And Venus is exalted in the Pisces, where is debilitated in the what you call yes, in a Virgo sign. So that is so Venus is considered the very good by sitting there in the Libra and Rishabh. And when come to the we call his exalted state, Pisces also very good for him. So if the Venus is placed there, means certainly he will have all those luxuries in his life, and the blessings of Lord Vishnu is there, we can see. And by seeing this, one can say that he is having very wonderful married life or a family life, and luxury in the life, and he is having the mind of enjoying the beauty and all those things. If the Venus is strong, he will be having blessed with all those qualities. If the Venus is weak means he is debilitated in the Virgo, so then he is not really enjoying the family or life. But there is an exception, I already told you. If the Mercury is the Lord of Virgo, is Mercury is well placed, then that bad things will be nullified. And there are many exceptions are there. I am telling you that is not only criteria where that person. So simply just by seeing the placement of a planet, one can tell almost 60 to 70% one can predict. After all, as Vedic astrology is not a small subject, there is a number of things are there to consider, and consider in the prediction. So just by seeing a planet in a particular house, a particular placement, we can predict almost 70% of the results. So next, Mercury is a karaka for our intelligence. So that Mercury is well placed, then the person having a flawless communication, intelligent, and very good mathematical abilities. So where that Mercury is good? Mercury is good at the house called Gemini and Virgo, because both of them are his own sign. Where next sign which is very favorable for the yes that Mercury is, that is a Virgo sign. You see where Virgo sign is own sign and also exaltation for the Mercury. So Mercury is do good in both signs, and he is do good with his friends as well. So he is sitting with the Sun and Jupiter also, and even Venus and Moon. So this he is sitting with this planet means certainly he will having the great abilities. I already told you what are the good abilities that he is having. Means he is having sharp intellect, one. Second one, he is having intelligence, and also that Mercury is the symbol of excellence. So he will excel in the life with the help of his brain, or his with the help of his communication and all those things. So that is how. And he is considered as the weak there in the Pisces. I already told you the Lord of Pisces, the Jupiter, is well placed. It means that that debilitation results will be cancelled. And the next important planet that we want to know is Rahu and Ketu. See what that Rahu and Ketu denotes. You see that it's an important topic I have to tell you, that Rahu and Ketu are not a real planets. They are the shadow planet. Means to say they are not, physical existence is not there. So they are shadow planets. So Ketu is our past karma, where the Rahu is our present ambitions. Means to say the unfulfilled desires are there, no? They are the reason for our next birth. So that unfulfilled desires is a symbol of Rahu, and fulfilled desires are the symbol of Ketu. Means to say in a previous life, where in which place we enjoyed, that is what Ketu told. And we that Rahu tells what is our ambition in our life. So that Rahu will tells that. So presently Rahu and Ketu are Rahu exalted there in the Rishabh, where Ketu exalted in Scorpio. And you see, if the planets are placing in that area, means that is very good. And you see, Rahu is a obsession, means to say the Rahu is having a very good placement, means then the person is motivated to do fine things in the life, and the one or hooker group he would like to achieve the medical his ambition is life. Rahu is a driving force that one is having. So that Rahu is a very materialistic planet, and the Rahu is the strong, means that person is always aspiring to have material wealth and all those things. So he would like to lead a luxurious life, and he would like to have plenty of bank balance, and he would like to have a prestige in the society, and he would like to showcase his property. So all those things comes from the Rahu. And Ketu, wherever the Ketu placed, their Ketu placement tells the detachment. So Rahu is the attachment, where Ketu is the detachment. So what do you mean by detachment? So wherever the Ketu placed, in whichever the house he is placed, he is find very good happenings from the first half of the life, and from the second half of the life he would like to detach from that uh, house, means to say is sitting in the third house. For example, third house is the house of brothers and something. So he is sitting in the third house, means certain gradually he will get away from the brothers. If he is in the fourth house, means okay, fourth house is the house of his own, means to say his family. So that person Ketu is in the fourth house, means second half of the life is detached from his family. And if he is the fourth house, means fifth house, means is certainly will be detached from his children. And if he is in the sixth house is the house of what we call enemies and diseases and debt. You see, if he is placing in the sixth house, means he will remove that, he will detach the loan and what we call Rana Shatru. So it detaches from them. So then the negative planet sitting in the negative house is very good. So is the bad qualities will be detached from our life, means we feel happy. So if the Ketu is placed in the Dustana houses called 6th, 8th and 12th, does good. So this is what my prediction about, a snapshot prediction about, by seeing just a planet and association of those planets, one can say that it is very good or bad. So it is this way, friends, how you have to predict in a very short span of time. So thank you very much, friends. I hope you understood, and have a lovely day. Thank you.